When NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver Calvin Megatron Johnson retired from the Detroit Lions back in 2016, opposing defenses sighed a major breath of relief. Nicknamed Megatron because of his rare size and the athletic abilities he possessed, 6'5", 240 pounds, ran a 4.340 yard dash. They're all unprecedented for his position, but chronic injuries and failure to reach a fair deal with the team he sacrificed 9 seasons for ultimately ended his career sooner than anybody thought that it would have ended. Being such a large defensive target on the field of violence meant he took a lot of big hits from men similar and larger than himself. The fact he played until 30 years old means a lot of those hits and injuries would follow him into retirement. Not unlike many other former athletes, Johnson chose to put the locker room favorite opioids aside and replace them with cannabis to heal past wounds. He did a ton of research, linked up with a couple of former teammates with similar mindsets, entrepreneurial spirits, and decided to put the millions dollars that they made in the field designed to destroy into a business rooted in plant medicine. Fast forward to today, Johnson's been given the unique opportunity to return his talents to another pro sports team's field and Detroit favorite franchise, the Tigers, in baseball. Green Market reports Destin Walsh reported that the Weberville-based cannabis company Primitive, the company Johnson co-founded with Rob Sims, former Detroit Lions offensive guard, has inked 2 marketing deals recently with Ford Field and Detroit Tigers with plans to make their Primitive Performance CBD topical cream products in the same lexicon with other locker room products like BioFreeze and Body Armor Sports Drink. Johnson said, rubbing his knees, that he always used lots of topicals in the locker room. There was never this healing component. So he actually suffered ACL sprains, pulls during his football career, and a lot of stuff that lingered into post-playing time. And he said that athletes want this stuff, but they also don't want to get popped on drug tests. So we saw an opportunity to create a new product, a new application with the perfect alternative to what's in the locker rooms now. Johnson and Sims founded Primitive to capitalize on Michigan's burgeoning cannabis industry as both turned to marijuana to treat aches and pains for their playing careers as alternative to prescription opioids. Primitive opened a modest 4,000 square foot cultivation facility in Weberville in 2019 and followed with a dispensary in Niles, about 5 miles north of the Indiana border. In May 2022, the group also operates a single dispensary in Massachusetts. While Primitive inked the deal with Ford Field in March, it still needed a scientific stamp of approval to penetrate the big leagues. For more than 12 months, the company worked to get its CBD topical transdermal creams certified for sport by Ann Arbor-based product testing organization NSF International. NSF was spun out by the University of Michigan, go Blue, School of Public Health 80 years ago, tests and certifies supplements for professional sports leagues. Primitive received its NSF certification on April 15th and announced its partnership with the Detroit Tigers on May 3rd. Its topical cream contains 1,500 milligrams of minor cannabinoids, compounds found in cannabis that often have therapeutic uses but don't get the user high, obviously CBD, right? And are used to fight inflammation and other common pains for sports. Tigers players can use the product without the threat of failing a drug test. Big shout out to the MLB on that one. They're first movers in major leagues and seeing this thing go through. Johnson said upwards of 10 teams, including local professional sports teams, have reached out since the Tigers' announcement about potential partnerships and products in their locker rooms too. The Major League deals are not lucrative up front for Primitive, which by many standards in Michigan's cannabis industry is small with just 80 employees. The state's largest cannabis operator, Loom Cannabis Company, which Crane Communications CEO Casey Crane is an investor, has roughly 1,000 employees. The deals to get Primitive's cream into the locker room are in fact marketing deals, pay to play. Primitive pays to get its name on the digital signage throughout Comerica Park and ads run onto TVs in the concourse and in the suites for a total of 15 minutes throughout the game. Shame we couldn't get this deal done before the NFL Combine. That would have been huge. But I think it's a big step forward for cannabis and sports medicine and a major business win for the Primitive team. Though I never got the chance to play with him on the field, I did get to work with Calvin and Rob while producing virtual cannabis events during the COVID lockdowns. Big shout out to Tammy Pettigrew, the Cannabis Cutie, for connecting us on that one. It was huge. The more former superstars, not just the players, but superstars like Calvin Johnson, he's a Hall of Famer, feared by everybody on the field. Guys like that, Ricky Williams, are really coming out, speaking out, and supporting the cannabis industry and getting deals like this done are a major mover for destigmatization, and especially on when it comes to athletes. Your career is short, injuries last your entire life. And it really sucks. So the more that they normalize this, and the more deals we have that go through like this, we got nothing but love for it. Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High 9 News. I'd like to hear from you guys. What y'all think about this one?
Man, Rico, you're right, bro. They should have signed this a while ago. They should have signed this deal a while ago.
Like a month ago, if they did it before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, so they're just basically coming out with a hemp cannabis cream. Am I correct on this? Like, it's not an actual real weed product. It's like one of those hemp products.
Yeah, the CBD is like their marketing play.
Yeah.
To get the name out there.
So it's not really like they're going to have weed in the locker room.
Not yet.
Yeah, just want to just make sure that's being stated clear, because the MLB has
not to say allegedly that weed is not in the locker room already, and cats are not already smoking weed in the locker rooms. We're past the statute of limitations, and I'm kind of on the shit list of my college team. I smoked a lot of weed in my locker room.
Yeah, but that's football. That's football though. We're talking about baseball, right?
Oh, baseball. They chew tobacco on the field, man.
Yeah, but baseball's not as much of a endurance-based sport as football is.
Are you serious? Dude, they have like 1 million games every year.
Just because they have 1 million games, they stand around in a field.
Yeah, not everybody. Outfielders, they do a lot of fucking.
Yeah, they get a little bit of running in here and there, but that's nothing like the running that basketball players do.
Everybody talks about well, here's the thing. In Major League Baseball, when you have like 200 games in the season. Right, that shit takes its toll, man.
You know who it takes the toll on? You know who takes a toll on in baseball, Rico? Who it takes the toll on?
A marathon.
The most active.
Like 10, 12, minute mile pace, but you are fucking dead at the end of that.
The most active
Rico,
player the most active player, Rico, in a baseball game is the pitcher and the catcher. Okay.
When we get back stateside, we're going to take Jason to run the bases.
Oh, I'll run those. I'll run bases all around you guys all day. I'll just be hitting grand slams. I'll just be hitting grand slams, and I'll just do walking the bases for you guys to show you how fast I can
move. This is his weed strain called delusional.
You see how ripped those guys are up close in person? Like, they are no slouches, man.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to say that they're slouches. I'm not trying to say that these guys are professional athletes. 100%. I'm not trying to discount it. I'm just saying in the greater scheme of it all,
It's easy to say when you don't actually play. And
I played football. I played football. I can say this.
I think what the real travesty is these $24 beers at the baseball games. That's the real news story today. We gotta end this.
But don't they have like dollar hot dogs?
EDC?
Dude, dollar hot dogs, but the beer is still $24 for a 20. It's like
the beer is subsidizing the hot dogs.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, the beer is subsidizing.
CBD. I think it's about time we got CBD off the "it can't come out of my mouth" list. Let's stop that nonsense, because it's out there, it's legal. Let's move it into the acceptable quality here, so that all athletes at all levels, whether you're a backyard athlete or a professional athlete, you can rub the stuff on your knees and your back and your shoulder. Mm-hmm. Not be thought to be some sort of an immoral character out there.
Well, the reality is you don't even need to worry. If you're just using topicals, that's not going to break the blood-brain barrier, so you don't really have to concern yourself. If you're a 21-year-old adult and you live in a state that has adult-use cannabis laws, then you can go purchase topicals for yourself, and you will not pop hot for THC.
Hold on. Are you telling me, Saman, that baseball stadiums across the country are about to be selling CBD infused wieners?
I'm saying that they would probably justify the cost. That would probably justify the cost.
Okay.
Put a little disty on it.
Yeah, a little.
Do they?
disty,
Does
yeah.
the price go down? Does the price go down if they had CBD? That's the real question. Because I mean, CBD beer sounds fine to me. Just lower that price.
And we have Jenny Beth Dills joining us from Medellin, Colombia today, and she's been biting her tongue. What do you have to say, Jenny Beth?
Oh, nothing. I just think, it should be able to be ingested as well, especially for football players because of the neuroprotective properties of cannabis. And so I think that we need to kind of get over it. If your grandma can take CBD for her hip pain, athletes who are getting slammed all day, every day for your TV entertainment should be able to take it as a neuroprotectant.
So basically, by your justification, what you're saying is that CBD should be sponsoring OnlyFans since you're talking about people getting slammed, right?
Yo!
CBD has been sponsoring OnlyFans. Just so you know.
Shout out to the Privy Peach, the lubes and stuff.
Yeah, shout out to Vanilla Pudding, I guess.
Said enough.
Little hint for your,
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
I knew when you brought up wieners,
COVID
it was
was a
going to go
crazy
bad.
time.
Damn.